Hey, it's Grayson right here with you. Today's video is going to be a little different, more of a personal update. This is actually going to be the first personal vlog that you are going to be able to rate using my ALRS, short for Amberlin Reid scale, proprietary analytical method. Utilizing my vast social sciences research experience gained from a single faculty-directed research project at the University of Southern California and a single summer internship at an opinion polling company, I have developed the highly unscientific, arbitrary, and perhaps capricious method known as the ALRS, or Amberlin Reid scale. The ALRS is a method that allows you to rate me on a scale of 0 to 560, Amberlin Reid's alleged weight, as to how similar that given video is to something you'd see from Amberlin Reid. How much did I, in that particular video, meaning this video or any other video for which there's going to be a link in the description, to this survey. And what do you get in exchange for participating in my charade? Well, you get an entry into a quarterly contest that I'm going to be doing. You can win 25 bucks. Sorry, prize pool isn't that big right now. Have to get more subscribers and get to the point where I'm even monetizable so I can afford bigger prizes. But you can win 25 bucks at the end of the quarter, randomly selected, doesn't matter what your rating is, or even if you leave no rating at all, in exchanges for filling out that form. The link, of course, is going to be in the description. Rate me on a scale of 1 to 560. How similar, or 560 meaning totally like Amberlin Reid, 0 meaning not at all like Amberlin Reid, is my video. I'm doing this because lots of people are like, oh wow, Grayson, you're not like Amberlin Reid, being very, very nice, very kind to me, and I really appreciate it. And then explaining on the negative side, Amberlin does all this really crazy stuff, things that are immoral, unethical, claims I'll admit I have to research more. But I wanted to kind of let you guys into my life a little bit more like her vlogs so that you can maybe give your perspective. Not going to be as good production value as hers, though. So today I had a hearing in the morning in relation to getting reimbursed for some treatments that I received for PTSD and Asperger's, something called neurofeedback treatment. And unfortunately, my family's had to put out money for that, and the insurance is refusing to reimburse it. The judge seemed like she was on my side. I'll do a whole separate video on that. But what I really wanted to talk about today is what's happening tomorrow and next week. So tomorrow, I had some fatigue issues. I have like this issue of getting sick just all the time. So my doctor ordered some blood work. I got these lab orders, and of course I looked them over carefully to see what was in them, and of course they're going to run like lipid panel and glucose, and I'm paranoid. Of course the test is fasting, all that stuff, all that good stuff, but I am paranoid that I am going to come out of this test showing that I have cholesterol, high cholesterol, triglycerides, high blood sugar, that I'm going to be forced to some sort of diabetic treatment, pre-diabetes program where I'm put on a 900 calorie a day diet until I lose weight. I'm honestly afraid of that stuff because that kind of stuff runs in my family, and I don't follow a diet. I don't actually diet. That's the problem. Is I'm not very good at dieting. I get my own eating binges. I'll try to do things better. Like like today I'll have whole grain pasta and vegetables, and I'll probably eat too much of it. And for dessert I'll have like sugar-free cookies, and even though they're sugar-free, I still eat a ton of them. And that can be a problem. I'm technically not overweight. Technically my BMI is something like 24.63, but it's just a lingering fear in my mind. I have a relative who's overweight, and she actually has this thing of like if there's a day, something like the day before a blood test where um, there's a family party or there's some event where she's going to be eating less than healthy food, she will say, I don't want to do the blood test the next day, even if she is fasting for the 9 to 12 hours required. But I'm like, okay, should I try to take that lead? Should I fast for longer? What should I do? I'm still dealing with some of the physical issues, some of my balance issues. I can do I do some exercise, not as good as I used to, obviously. Um, I'm like, okay, should I try to do something to manipulate these results, or should I just take things as they come and see if it comes back? Because one time I was, I guess, improperly flagged as having high cholesterol, and it kind of became a focus of things. Didn't really like it, and I'm afraid that now, if I don't have plausible deniability in the form of athletic accomplishments, that I'm going to get castigated and placed on a really strict diet, which I can't tolerate. Like I don't do diets well. I don't eat horribly poorly, but I can see where you could presumably have a mukbang at certain points in my life. I'll sometimes binge eat really late at night too. I think I explained that in one of my videos as well. So I'm kind of scared about that. And I'm getting less and less scared of things since I got my treatment, the neurofeedback for the PTSD symptoms, but I'm still a little bit scared about this next thing for my balance. I have to go in next week and get a balance test. And it's not just like a balance test like where they had me at the physical therapist with like parallel bars or whatever. They have where you're like standing on one leg, stuff like that. I'm fine with that. This balance test involves it's more like vestibular testing to see like what's going on inside my inner ear. When I got a head injury like 2.5 years ago, I started to feel like one side of my body was higher than the other, like one leg was higher than the other. And it hasn't really resolved even after the neurofeedback, so I have to go and get this vestibular testing. I'm going to this really sophisticated place, which honestly with my HMO, I can't believe I got into this facility. It's where when Mark Cuban had a dizziness problem, they treated him there. And their process involves something where they kind of twist your head in various directions to see what the function is of your inner ear based on your eye movements. And because I'm really averse to people touching my head, that's going to be a bit scary. I can't take any anxiety medication beforehand because it messes up the test. Not as scared as I was of it before. I had like morbid, grave anxiety. Still just a bit scared about it. I've been trying to figure out how to time this around something else I'm doing right now, which is studying for my real estate license. And I've been slacking on that. I still have to take a final exam in one of my online classes, and it's going to take like a month. Have some family that might be moving from out of town, have relatives that might be doing some real estate deals. So I thought, okay, let me just do this as something where I could make money because I have some difficulties. Let's put it that way. Sometimes adapting to an office environment. I know that I know how to do things, but I just don't think that like what I offer comes in the kind of packaging that an employer wants it to come in. And that's kind of the issue because my brand and my delivery is a little bit different from what people in the business world want to see, and that combined with a health issue can cause problems. Again, digression, but I'm going to be going in for this test. I'm kind of scared because it's like, okay, they're also going to put me in this thing where they like twist me, like it's like this thing where it's like an orb that they stick you into where you twist you different directions and you're like suspended in this thing, and it's kind of scary. And I'm afraid that I'm going to come out of it and I'm going to wind up feeling like I had another head injury, like I'm going to have concussion symptoms afterwards. And that scares me because then, okay, I won't be able to study for my real estate test as well if I'm feeling sick for an extended period of time after that test. But I know I need to get it done, and they tell me, no, the problems really only last half an hour afterward. It's not going to make you any sicker. It's just going to make you feel bad for about half an hour or so after the test, and then you can go home, get up the next day, everything's fine. Part of me just doesn't want to believe that. Excuse me. That, my friends, is the marker of a totally unedited video. All right, so wish me luck on my blood test. I'm going to let you know if I have type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, or God knows what else they're going to find in the blood test. I really hope that they are able to just pin something down that points out why I feel, why I get so tired all the time, why I'm so sleepy, and because I'm so sleepy and have balance issue, then it makes it hard for me to do things that would help me to lose weight. So hopefully they find that stuff and I don't just get castigated by my doctor. Mr. Pale-Tayer, you need to lose 20 pounds and you need to stick to the Optavia diet. That last part, I don't think it's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe I'll wake up in the middle of the night tonight after having a nightmare of my doctor telling me to grab some Optavia feelings or fuelings, however you prefer it, potato or potato. Or maybe everything will just come out fine. I'll come out the way I did last time when I did this, and I came out just about normal, and all this will be for naught. And then on to the next gauntlet of scary stuff at the vestibular clinic, and maybe I'll be able to come back and I'll be able to live to YouTube about it. Thank you so much for your patience here, and have a great rest of your night.